to him 10 minutes ago. Here he is. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Paul. Hi, Carlene. And
Hey guys.
oh, shut up.
Hi.
Yep. Yep. Hi. Hi, Bryce.
Hi.
Caesar. How are you, sir?
Great. Can you hear me okay? Looks like yes.
Yes.
Make sure. There we go. Switching over to the better mic.
Is that a
How's
V-neck
everyone
CloseBot
doing?
shirt? Is that a V-neck CloseBot shirt? Where'd you get the V-neck?
I can't hear Josh now.
Oh,
Is it just me?
It's just you.
Yeah,
It's
I can
just
hear him.
me.
just you.
It's the deep V.
Yeah, I like that.
There we go.
Can you hear me, Bryce?
Yeah, now I can.
Where'd you get that shirt, bro? The V-neck,
This
the custom?
yes, this was
You
like
cut the regular one, didn't you?
this was like pre-production testing.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming today, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Gonna keep it super chill, right? I don't have to be nervous.
Totally chill. No, I mean, most of these people have come into the group, my group and your group, so they're all friendlies.
I know all these names.
Yeah, they all have CloseBot, so they all just want to see
I love it.
CloseBot V2.
Cool. Well, let's
I've
do
seen
it. Let's
it.
give
It's
the people what
amazing.
they want.
Yeah. So who's ready to see CloseBot V2 and ask Bryce all these questions you have? All right, cool. Bryce, I'll give
Prefer
you
if
the
you
floor,
were
sir.
nervous, though.
What?
We'd
I can
prefer
do
if you were
that.
nervous.
I can conjure up some nerves for you.
Him? Oh, no. Hit me? No. We don't get nervous. Come on. You
Okay,
couldn't
let
tell if Bryce is
me.
nervous or he's very smooth. So he's like the calm setting on the bot. Just
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you can't really tell with
No.
me.
Hi, Winnie Lee.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, I'll mute.
Let me close out of all this other junk, just so I don't freeze at my computer. Wow, I have so much stuff open. Bear with me.
If you have
We're getting
questions, you can post them in the chat here for us, or you can wait till the end, whatever you want. It's really informal. All right, so while we're waiting to pull it up, so a little bit of backstory, I guess. So I've been using CloseBot for like, wow, almost like 2 years, like at least a year and a half, for 2 years, almost as long as it's been around, and it's come a really long way. And obviously, if you're in the groups, you've seen all the asks and all the wants, and I'd love to have this, I'd love to do that, this and the other. So V2 is really a labor of love for CloseBot because it went from just Bryce to a whole team of people to create something that is really consumer focused and consumer driven, I would say, of what everyone wants, and also watching us use this bot for the last 2 years. So I'm excited. Again, Bryce, thanks for showing up. I'll let you have the floor.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So I want to start off by saying thank you, everyone. Yeah, Josh had mentioned how very consumer focused. Early days, I was in the group, I was in support myself. I mean, it was a one-man show for a little bit until I brought Max on, but we would just listen to what you guys want and then do that thing. And that's what landed us where we are today. As we got more users, the wants grew. And it took time and energy to figure out how we could incorporate all of the wants of the people into a product that's still easy to use. And so this is us doing that. Our mission is creating a product that allows you guys to build expert level bots quickly and easily. So let's see if we've executed on that. All right. So when you log in, first of all, let me share something that, Josh, you have seen this. I'm going to pull up some shots of what it's going to look like, because this is something called low fidelity. This is us just getting the buttons in places and getting it to do stuff, but not really caring about how it's going to look. I want to pull up how it's likely going to look when it's released so you guys get a feel for it as I'm going through this. Max, could I get a favor from you? could you send me the images from Art's hero screens? The three of them? You can just text them to me and I'll pull them up. Okay. So while he's doing that, when you log in, this is where you're going to see some quick links to different areas of the site. You'll be able to see a dashboard of how your bots are performing, all AI agent focused. So which bots are performing the best, which personas are performing the best. And I'll get into what a persona is and what bots are. Things have changed a little bit. But this is where you'll see a high-level overview of your account and your businesses, how they're performing. Then we have four main parts of V2. We have AI providers, and that's like OpenAI, Anthropic, DeepSeek, Gemini, Grok. In V1, we just have Anthropic and OpenAI. This will provide many more options. So AI providers, one. Sources is another. A source that you guys are all used to is GoHighLevel sub-accounts. A source is any place where messages are coming from that we need to respond to. But this will also include HubSpot as a source. And eventually, not on initial rollout, but probably Q2, we'll have our own native chat widget. So if you wanted to use CloseBot as its own standalone lightweight CRM that you could resell, you could do that too. So if you want to sell to a realtor or a home services professional that they just want an AI agent and they want just a light CRM to track tasks and such, they don't want to pay for GoHighLevel and have this whole complicated system, no problem. You'll be able to resell through CloseBot alone as a lightweight solution. And similarly, if you encounter someone who's using HubSpot and they want to use your services to have an AI agent on their HubSpot account, you would be able to use CloseBot to do that and still high level as well. So that's two things. We have AI providers and we have sources. Next, we have what we're going to call jobs. Josh, this is a recent change as of yesterday. We have AI jobs. And that was like your objectives before. If I had a front desk person here at CloseBot, for example, I may give them the job of determining whether or not people coming through the door are new users or existing users. And if they're an existing user, just answer their questions, be helpful. If they're a new user, maybe I want to gather their CRM they're using and schedule them for an appointment. That is the job. Now, we have different people we put in jobs and they perform differently. And those we call personas. So Paul versus Sarah, you probably communicate in a different way. A more extreme would be like Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. Those are going to close deals and close appointments at a much different rate. So we separated the persona from the job, and then we'll be able to put different personas into the AI job. And eventually we'll have the ability for you to do split testing. So you could put multiple personas in the same job and say, I want 90% of the traffic to go to Martha Stewart, but let's split test Snoop Dogg and drive 10% of the traffic towards Snoop Dogg doing the same job. So the four main parts: AI providers, personas, jobs, and sources. Okay, so that was a lot of talking. Now we'll go through. I clicked on this gear up here. Some of this stuff in here is going to move. We brought on a UI UX designer from Salesforce. He quit his job at Salesforce, joining the CloseBot team, and he's helping us clean up stuff. And I'm going to show you some images of what he's done. But some of this stuff is moving out of here per the feedback of people like Josh. We have sources. Let's go into that. Now, when we're adding a source, we would come over to add a new source. And here I can choose what I'm adding. Right now, it's just HubSpot and GoHighLevel sub-account. These are really the same thing, LeadConnector sub-account and GoHighLevel sub-account. It's just if you have an agency and you don't want people to know that you're using high level, you could tell them to use the LeadConnector option if they buy their own CloseBot account for some reason and they want to connect to your system, you don't want them to know it's high level, they could connect via that. I'll select GoHighLevel. Again, those do the same thing. I'll click connect, and you guys have likely seen Zapier does it this way. A new window opened. I don't know if you guys can see the window. Can you see the window that popped open? Let me go ahead and share my whole desktop. There. So I clicked that, and this window popped open, asking me to log in. Then I can come back to this window once I'm logged in and select. I want to select one that's not going to break anything. Probably 123 Main Street. I'm using the test version that has some UI updates. And it looks like we may have a break in this. This is the version that's not cleared for use. I wanted to use this to show you guys some other stuff. But when I click this, it's supposed to update this. Hey, I'm going to send you a screenshot, Max. Something for Jared to look at. There. Just trying to connect to source. And I'm getting some info. I text it to you. Okay. Well, while we get feedback on that, let me go into AI providers. When you add an AI provider, you can say which one you want to add. Right now, these are our options for V2. I think Grok will be added relatively soon. I have an Anthropic key handy, so I'm going to pick that one. And then we can have multiple keys for each too. So this is cool. If you get to the point where you're doing like crazy volume, maybe you have tens of thousands of clients, you may need multiple accounts with Anthropic to handle that kind of volume because they'll rate limit you on one of them. And it'd be nice to have a fallback that's still Anthropic, just a different key. So anyway, I'll call this one main. I'll go find a key. There we go. And I'll verify it. And done. We have a AI provider added. Let me open up. Max sent me the screenshots of what V2 will look like when we're done prettying it up. Let me open that for you guys. So here's an example of the dashboard. Quick access to different things, changelog, charts in here when he gets to working on the charts. Here's an example of what AI providers table would look like, the AI workbench before you add any jobs or personas. So just to give you a feel for what kind of look we're going for. Okay, anyway, I've added a provider. I failed to add a source. Do we have feedback on that? No, okay. Max will let me know when that's fixed. In here, I can come in and add users, yay. We can finally have users that come inside your account and work on bots for you. This is also where you will send invites to business owners that you want to be able to join and see just conversations with their source. I'll get into that in a little bit, but two different types of users, agency type users and business type users. Agency users, they can see all the bots you're making. You can allow them to build bots for you, edit bots. Business type users cannot edit bots, at least not the way you can, and we'll get into that. Knowledge library. This is where you can upload, you can do web scraping. Web scraping is way more intense on this one. Instead of just scraping a single site, it'll scrape a sitemap. So if I entered in, good now? Okay, I'll go back to sources. They say it's fixed now. This is the reason why it's not released yet to the full public. They have liberty to break it at any time. Okay, let's go. Do you guys have a website you want me to scrape? Put a website in the chat for me.
Anyone? Sarah, what's your website? What's a website? Give us a website to scrape.
Oh, goodness. Refer.io.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're here. We can control the breadth and the depth. The breadth is once it gets to that site, how many links do you want it to follow? Maybe I want it to follow the first 3 links on that main landing page. And then the depth is for each of those links, how deep do you want it to go? So if I set it to 3 and 2, for example, it would grab the first 3 links at refer.io. And for each of those, it would go down into those and grab 3 from there too. And then go down into each of those and 3 from there. So you can kind of control how deep, how intense it's going. And then it'll give you an estimated file size.
Is there a file size that's too big? Is there like too big of a size?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, there's not too big of a size. But you and your users will be paying for storage. And this is a cool thing. You will be able to rebill storage. So when the business owner is going in to scrape a website, you have the bot set up for them, but they can go do their own uploads. They might want to know an estimate of how much that's going to cost them before they do it. Now, once they do it, you will have your rebilling set up, so you'll be getting paid for them to upload.
Awesome. What kind of cost is there on storage? I'm just curious because that wasn't a thing. What does it cost to store an average rag?
It's interesting. It costs near zero.
Yeah.
For us, but it is expensive for us to reference documents. So we're trying to keep the cost per message low and shifting some of that cost onto storage, even though the storage isn't what costs us money.
Interesting.
Click confirm. What is this? Refer.io. Also on this, web scraping. Appears to be no worky. They're going to fix that too. I shouldn't have used the one that they're actively
This is how the
producing on.
sausage is made, everybody. This you're watching it live.
Huh? I'm web scraping. I'm adding something to the knowledge library. I haven't tried adding a source yet. Let's try adding a note. This is like our text input. Yeah, same with test input. So it may just be uploads in general on this Tranquil Muffin version. Okay, they'll get around to that too. Something nice though with this, once we have an upload, we can edit it. In the current version of CloseBot, you can't go in and edit and upload. Thank goodness this is
What's
going
a
to
note?
fix it.
Is a note on the is it for people to read, or is it a note for the knowledge base? What is a note?
It's like the text input currently in V1.
Got it.
So
Okay.
if you don't want to scrape a website or do an upload, but you want to type out a bunch of stuff or copy
Got
and
it.
paste some text
Okay.
in,
Okay.
that would be for that.
Understood.
And once they fix this, I'll be able to show you. With this, you can attach, we're attaching uploads to sources this time and not bots, not jobs, not personas. So if you have bot that you have 100 gyms plugged into, 100 gym sources, they're all different gyms and they all have a different website, you'll still be able to use the same bot and attach different uploads to each gym.
Right.
But obviously
Cool.
have different websites, different services they offer, all that different stuff.
Cool.
Okay, let's get back here, work on some fun stuff. I'm going to go into files. We're going to switch this to call it our workbench. And this is where finally we can build personas and AI jobs. Another cool thing is we can create folders now. So if I wanted to create a folder for maybe I have gym clients and home services clients, I could put my gym stuff in the gym folder. So organization helps all of us. Now this is a bot job. I'm going to create a persona. I'm going to call this persona Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg speaks in a Snoop-like voice style. Rapper. Sure, we'll just roll with those two. No extra response delay. This is going to look really familiar to V1. Like we have the frequency of AI typos, frequency of breaking up larger messages, extra how to respond clarification. And in here is where we would pick the provider list that we want. We broke the provider away from the job because this more shapes like how it responds. So we felt like it was more of a persona-based thing. And putting it on the persona will make it easy for you guys to test how different models relate to booking rates too. Maybe you have Snoop Dogg Anthropic and Snoop Dogg AI, OpenAI, and you're split testing to see which does OpenAI book more appointments or Anthropic. This will make it possible. Okay,
Is
so
it the big
Snoop
difference
Dogg.
between the two that you know of right now? Is there a difference that you know of between the two?
Yeah, Anthropic seems much more conversational.
Yeah.
I wrote a blog on it. Go check out our blog if you haven't. And it's one of the older blogs. So I did like a side-by-side comparison of OpenAI versus Anthropic, and I prefer Anthropic. Okay, we created that persona. It's hard to see the difference between a bot and a persona right now. This will be, again, cleared up with UI UX. But here's Snoop Dogg. Here is our bot. And now let's go in to make our bot.
Isn't Snoop Dogg D-O-double-G?
Probably. How do you say it? Is D-O...
D-O double
I have
G.
to... D-O-G-G?
Yep.
You won't get sued
Okay.
this way then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's good to know for the future because it's my goal to have Snoop Dogg do a commercial for CloseBot. And I better know how to spell his name. Okay.
I have
What?
his voice deep faked and we use it. He introduces my husband and I anytime we speak. We have Snoop Dogg introduce us. So we'll probably get sued too.
I love it. Let's create a new bot, actually. I'm going to show you this flow. Gym time. We have to select what type of bot it is. And that's because once we go in here, we have different actions based on what source you're going to plug into this. For example, we might have an action at some point to add a tag or update an opportunity in HighLevel. HubSpot doesn't have opportunities, so it wouldn't make sense for HubSpot to have those kind of actions. So let's click, this is going to be a GoHighLevel sub-account bot. I can add a source at this point. I don't have to. It says that's fixed, so we'll circle back and add a source in a little bit. And I can choose to create from scratch, from a template, or from our marketplace that will be coming soon. So this opens up a whole new realm for you guys to be making money on. If you have a V2 agency level account, you'll be able to create bots, put them on the marketplace. We will show the metrics of the bot, like the booking rate and stuff, and people will be able to pay you to get a copy of that bot. Let's create from scratch. Now we're dropped into this very different looking screen. This is the revamp on our objectives, and this is where most of the hard work has gone. You'll notice we still have objectives and we still have statements, but we have a bunch of other stuff.
Info is this statement and info step?
Yeah, the statement is a give info step.
Got it.
Yes. Yep, exactly. But we have a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'll go through all of these. But let's start with a simple bot that we can wrap our head around. This is our front desk bot. And again, this will be cleaned up. It's not going to look like this in the sidebar. But I want to get, maybe this is someone that's engaging with the chat widget, so I need to get their name. We're going to save that at this point once we accomplish the objective to the name field. I have those advanced settings, max temps, sensitivity, extra prompt. Let's go ahead and save. Let's see, we're getting their name, email. And let's get their reason for wanting to join the gym. Now, if I had a field for reason for wanting to join the gym, I would select that here. But here's where we start to get into some cool stuff. And let me connect all these. I want these all in a line. Something that's coming probably within the next sprint. So by March 14th, we're going to have something called a multi-objective action. And this has been one of the main drawbacks of doing things like this. The bot's going to say, hey, what's your name, Sarah? Cool, Sarah. Can I get your email? Sarah@testing.com. Cool, thanks for that email. Now can I get your reason for wanting to join the gym, Sarah? And it's just real, it can be kind of clunky, although it is highly accurate, it can be clunky. The multi-objective one will be a way for you to, instead of it being like this, it would look like this. It would allow you to stack them within an objective. And then that'll tell the AI, hey, I don't care what order you do these, or if you do them all together or not, just decide how to do them and get them. And then it would be more likely to say, hey, thanks for visiting our website. Mind if I get your name and your email? And you may say, hello, my name is Sarah. And it'd be like, oh, great. Nice to meet you, Sarah. Could I get your email and why you're looking to join a gym? You know, it'll more conversationally and less rigidly gather that information and then move on to whatever we have over here. So that's an exciting thing coming, but until that's out, let's keep using this as an example. We're getting the name, email, reason for joining. And now here, I don't have a field for reason for joining. Before, you had to have a field for everything. If you didn't have a field, you couldn't branch off to a different bot. First of all, in this version, you really don't need other bots. Let me show you what we'll do. I'm going to use AI branch. Let's use that one first. I'm going to call it weight loss. And the person is looking to lose weight. So this action won't cause the bot to say anything, but it's going to look at the conversation up to that point and see if it can confirm that the person wants to lose weight or not. And maybe we want to route the person to a different objective if they want to lose weight versus not. Some people might want to build muscle. Other people might want to lose weight. And if they want to lose weight, we might want to find out how much weight they want to lose before we book them for an appointment. Okay. And then we have this appointment that we want to book. So if they don't want to lose weight, let's just go ahead and conversationally book them for an appointment. If they do want to lose weight, let's first find out how much weight they want to lose, and then let's book them for an appointment.
That's cool, dude.
So any questions on this? This is a really simple bot that we made. It's simple for V2, but it would have been very complex for V1. Some things that I've seen just in my playing with this, we are going to make it clearer which actions are going to cause the bot to say things. So this AI branch, for example, it doesn't cause the bot to say anything. It's just it analyzing the conversation. Really, the only things that cause the bot to say things are this objective and the statement. And then we have an exact statement. Like if you wanted it to say exactly, here is the link, and send a link.
I like
You
that.
can use this one. Yep. So we have a special AI statement versus an exact statement. The dev team has been hard at work. I don't even know what this conversation one does.
What's the AI switch?
Let's go into that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that was perfect because I was going to go into it and then I forgot. Sarah's got my back. Okay, so let's do an AI switch. And maybe we want to say reason for joining. Find out or reason for wanting to join the Jim. And again, this one doesn't say anything. It just looks at the conversation, and maybe weight loss, muscle gain, cardio or motivation, cardio. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. And then weight loss. First, find out how much weight they want to lose. How much muscle. Then maybe if they're doing the cardio one, we're just going straight to the booking. We don't have to gather anything. And maybe if it's none of those, same thing, go straight to the booking. Does that make sense for the switch? Yeah, and same sort of thing, analyzing the conversation. That one's not saying anything. We'll have the same sort of thing with branching. So if you had their reason for joining linked to a field and it had a bunch of different checkboxes, instead of using an AI switch, you could say, hey, examine that field in high level. And if it's this, go this route, this, go this route, this, go this route. So we give you some flexibility on what works best for you.
So it can analyze the custom fields inside of GoHighLevel intuitively in the conversation.
Yes. So this bot is getting a little bit more complex. Again, easy for V2, very difficult for V1. Maybe after the booking, we want to just continue the conversation.
Could you do a webhook like anywhere you wanted in here to like send it to GoHighLevel inbound and just add a tag or something? Is that how you would do something like that? Anywhere you want. I mean, can you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like maybe
I want
after
to add
they
a tag after the AI switch to put the reason on. One of 4 reasons is a tag.
Yeah, maybe we want, yeah, good point. So maybe we want to do this. Maybe I don't want to update a field, but I want to have tags. We're going to have actions in here, like add a tag to the contact.
That's
so
huge.
it won't be
That'll be awesome.
It won't be a custom webhook. I'll use this for now since we don't have
well, this is cool too because you can hit other CRMs or whatever.
Since we don't have the AI or add tag action, but we could say these are actually add tag actions.
Yeah.
And first we want to add the tag weight loss to the contact and then get how much weight they want to lose and then book an appointment versus add the tag muscle gain and then.
That would be great.
Yeah. Let's put these back. And then we have, so the statement, it says that thing exactly. Sends a verbatim statement. Custom webhook will allow you to go, a good example of this would be maybe you're using the Google Tags Manager API at a certain point in the conversation. You want to update your Google Analytics to say that contact reached a certain point in the conversation. Or you want to update a different system that we don't have a native integration for. Or you want to pull in information at some point. Maybe we conversationally determined their email and we want to do a custom webhook to tie into a different system to do of email verification, to verify the email is correct and use that data later on. That's more for custom stuff. I'll give you total control over everything. Some that
So
I
when you
didn't.
duplicate a bot, all this will come through for whoever you give the bot to or whatever client you load it with.
Yeah. We have variables or delays. We can delay on time or delay on a variable. So we had someone, for example, they had the bot conversationally determine for a dentist office if the person has done x-rays in the past. And if they had done x-rays, they needed them to upload that before the bot continued. So we could have a delay variable in that case and say, hey, I want you to watch the field where we're holding that information. Pretend this says,
Cool.
X-ray. And it would delay, and we can have it continue responding during this time or not. It would delay until that is filled in. So we
Like
could give
even
the
if
bot
it's
extra.
days or weeks or
Right. Yes. So
sweet.
at that
That's
point,
cool.
if they messaged in, the bot would still encourage them like, hey, we need that x-ray. You said you have it. Can you please
So
upload
would
that?
it do the same thing like for like say payment?
Exactly.
If it was like, hey, like we want to schedule your appointment, but we don't allow you to schedule appointment until you've paid your deposit.
Yes. Maybe
And
we
so
have
like
a
it's not
field.
going to send the calendar booking link until the payment
Maybe we have a field for
field is
paid, and it's yes and no.
That's
Let me
awesome.
change this. Let me change this. Has paid. And for whatever reason, we require that if they're joining for muscle gain, they pay a deposit.
Sweet.
I don't know why. So we would not let them book that appointment until that field that you made in HighLevel tracking whether or not they've made a payment has been updated.
That's awesome. I was just looking for a way to do that with one of my doctors. It was like they need their almost exactly. They need their x-rays and they have to have already paid the non-refundable deposit in order to schedule the appointment.
Yes.
Will the webhook wait for the 200 response? Does the webhook, is it just one way? Is it going to wait for the response?
I'm not sure what abilities we have in right now, but you'll have a couple different options. Wait for a response before continuing, and that's if you want to use what it responds with.
Right.
Or I don't care what the 200 response is, send data there and continue. Or continue responding while you're waiting too.
So if the data comes back after you're waiting, you'll be able to use it. We have to just wait. Wow. I've been having bots like longer prompt bots just tell me when the data's loaded and like tell me if it worked and stuff mid prompt for testing, and it works.
It's crazy.
It is.
This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So really cool. That was long-winded explaining all these actions.
What about like rebookings, canceling, things like that? Is that just handled on the GHL booking step?
Josh, things are going to get crazy. Do you want me to get into crazy?
Yeah, we got 15 minutes. Let's see it.
Josh froze.
Oh.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Let's see it.
Well, so this is all well and good, but we have custom scenarios in V1. How is this going to handle custom scenarios? Right? And that would be like a custom scenario. At some point in this process, it detects we need to reschedule. How do we do that? We're going to see this thing over here. This notes our main thread, our main, when a new conversation starts, we start here. We're going to change this icon, first of all, to make it more. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not freezing, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So we're going to have different ones of these. And I'm going to use something else. Again, let's ignore, this isn't actually a custom webhook. This is going to be one of our scenarios.
This would be the starting point.
Reschedule, cancel scenario. And you'll be able to add these. We'll have some preset ones. You'll be able to select, I want to add a reschedule and cancel ability. We would add one of these to the screen for you. It will not be attached to this main thread. And then we will have a reschedule and cancel action. So we're going to drop both of these things onto the screen for you. And then maybe they made it through the booking and they're still chatting with you and having a conversation, but then it detects they're trying to reschedule or cancel. It would throw them over here and do the rescheduling. What's really cool about this is we will allow you to join this back up. Imagine, for example, we detected wants to book now. We detected they want to book now. And we could just do this.
So it's always
So if
listening? It's like a listener?
This is a listener. It's always listening. In this example, we're getting their name, their email, their reason for joining. But if at any time, if they just want to book the appointment now, it'll skip all this nonsense. It's going to come down here and jump to booking right away.
And if an existing customer were to come back to the bot and it could say, I want to rebook, it can handle that. Or reschedule, cancel. Yep. I love the listener. I use listeners a lot. I think those are really effective. I think they're maybe a little pricey probably at scale, but it's like the Cadillac of being able to do what you need.
So is that like a use case where you would say like, I want to talk to a human or I want to whatever as well?
Yeah.
So Josh, when you say you're using that, is that already a feature inside of HubSpot?
No, it's just a simple listener step I make in one automation where I literally look at the conversation history, and you can look at it in real time if you want, every time it changes essentially. And then if you have GPT go see if this person needs to talk to, if this caller wants to talk to someone or this user wants to talk to someone, respond with this. If not, respond with that. Then I have an if else in the listener doing whatever.
Cool.
It works,
Now,
but it is more OpenAI or whatever request. So it's a pricier option, but it's cool.
Now, I want to test this. And since I don't have a calendar ID handy, and since we're focused mainly on these other actions at this point, I'm just going to put in a verbatim statement here. Here's the booking link. And let's go through testing this. First of all, I need to come into the bot settings. Yeah.
That would be cool. Meaning like I did dynamic calendars based on length of like, and then I was doing it in not a complicated workflow, but you could do it in here. That would be really cool.
Yeah. I'm going to come into the settings first of all, and let's select our persona. Snoop Dogg will be doing this job. There are other settings like, do you want the bot to automatically shut off if a manual message is sent? Why the conversation's happening, important business information. Just do simple stuff. Big Muscles Gym. Okay, let's test it. So I clicked test, and I'm going to start a new session. And this one's probably slow since it's their testing one. It's going to be fast. Oh, cool. This is new. Yo, what's cracking, homie? Snoop DOGG. Hey, it knows. Before we get this party started, why don't you drop your name? And
So
we're
the
just,
logs asking AI for help, that's behind the scenes what's happening.
yeah, so you can still see all the logs.
Hmm.
And like it got the name. So it's going to show you what the different stages are and all the logs associated with it.
I pretty much think all bots should talk like Snoop Dogg. I feel like it's just a really good persona.
I agree. Let's make that mandatory, actually. No more personas. It's all Snoop Dogg.
East Coast might not like it.
Email address. Sweet. Yeah. I'll give you my email.
Bots that talk way more human and fun are definitely more approachable and you interact with them more. That for sure. Hey, what up, dude? Like you'll respond to that, then hello, this is Tony from Bob's Plumbing. Like little social engineering trick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adding humor, I think, makes a big difference. I think as like things change and more people are like at least know that they're talking to AI, but if you can add some humor in, it's pretty funny. It like lets their guard down for sure.
Totally.
How's the testing portal been for you on Borealis, Josh?
I just relogged in yesterday actually, and I was having problems adding there was some issue I had. I couldn't get past the first step, so I didn't have time to keep messing with it yesterday. But every time you update it, you have to relog in, re-sign up. So I lost anything previous.
It looks like a non-response on the testing
What's the
portal.
time frame on this for
Tranquil
like
Muffin.
Bryce, what's the time frame on this so everyone could know, like release to everybody, all the features, like basic features?
End of Q1 is our goal for when we start migrating existing users to this.
Which is the end of next month.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome. So, and V1 is
So
not
again,
compatible
they're
with
probably
V2, right? At all.
right. We will have a migrate button that when you
Oh,
click
cool.
that, it's going to, on the back end, convert all your V1 bots to the
Oh.
V2.
Oh, that's a big
And
deal.
it'll direct you to the sign up page for V2 because we have to get a new password for you. So you sign up, but when you sign up and get logged in, your bots are already going to be there. Your sources are already going to be there. And you'll just have to click for each source. Yes, I want to turn this on. And when you do that, it's going to shut down your V1 and turn on your V2. So it should be a seamless experience. Let's go while I have time. So you guys get the builder now. Let's go back and try this sources thing again so I can show you something else. Hey, there we go. Okay.
Right.
So we got that. Confirm. I have my new source. Now let's go back and let's connect this source to that bot job I made. So it was gym time. Edit source. I'm going to connect that one. And now we don't have workflows in this version. So maybe I want, I don't have any tags in that location. Filter by tags. Let's imagine I had a tag called AI on.
Mm-hmm.
I will have the option. I could only make the bot engage when contact has the tag AI on.
Oh, that's neat.
Or maybe I have a tag called DNC. Do not contact, do not call. Maybe I never want it to respond if there's the tag DNC. So you'll be able to add tags and say, this one must exist, this one can't exist, in any combination.
That's cool.
And you'll also be able to pick channels here. So maybe I want this one to respond to WhatsApp, Google My Business, live chat,
So there's
SMS,
no more
Facebook.
step. There's no workflow whatsoever needed. Not even one
Right.
just to do the. Oh, that's cool.
Not even one.
That's cool.
And that's important for a couple different reasons. It's more convenient when you're setting things up, but also we're going to have an agency source. And when you, like, if you have an agency and you connect an agency to here, it's automatically going to add the bot, job, and persona to all sub accounts under that agency with these settings, the tag settings and the channel settings. And even new sub accounts you add under the agency automatically will get connected to that job and persona.
And you
But
can have
you could
multiple
edit
jobs.
it if you don't want that.
Yeah, you can. Well, you'll have an option to say, I only want these right now, and I want to deselect the one that says automatically connect to new sub accounts. Yeah, we'll give you all of those options.
Okay, so you can have multiple jobs per sub account. You're going to do this. You're going to do that.
Yeah, sure. But you don't really need to. This one bot can pretty much do everything.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So,
But you could have a couple different ones and have this one engage when the tag is bot 1, and this one engage when the tag is bot 2.
you can have an outbound one or an inbound one, maybe.
Yeah, totally.
Lead form one.
Now, let's go into conversations real quick. This shows all of our conversations, just like your contacts list. You know, eventually, we will be a lightweight CRM. So when you click into this, you would see our CloseBot custom fields for our lightweight CRM. You'd see the conversation history. Rebilling. You will be able to bill your clients on action usage, which is pretty much a message, storage, and users. So say you support a business, maybe Costco. They have thousands of locations. They want to add a user per location. You're making buku bucks when they want to add a user for each location. Same thing for usage. As they process messages, you can set a rebilling, and they're going to have a wallet. You'll have a wallet. They'll be paying you, and then you'll be paying CloseBot. Oh, there was something really important I want to mention. What was it? Questions while I think.
I have a question, if that's okay.
Of course.
I don't know how it applies necessarily to this, but like I'm doing a lot right now with the voice AI agents inside of GoHighLevel. And so I've been really brainstorming, like I obviously love the functionality of CloseBot and I think that it's superior in all the ways. But
we will be bringing voice eventually, probably. I can't say definitively and I can't say when.
If you've seen any good use cases of like, I'm doing a lot of like onboarding and like gathering, like 60 plus pieces of information using the voice AI agent. But then like conversationally for booking and things like that, like I've been wanting to like link them to a bot and then starting a conversation after the initial intake. So I was just wondering if you've seen any good use cases of people successfully doing that.
I know people have successfully been doing that.
I
don't know exactly who.
Know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That wouldn't be that hard. And sounds really awesome.
Yeah, it's not hard to go from voice to
I do have another meeting.
Yeah, thanks,
starting,
Bryce.
But bummer, I can't remember what I was. Cool.
Most people stayed the whole hour. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, if I think of what I was going to say, Josh, I'll let you know. You can let them know. But this is fun. This is a lot to go through. This is a big program.
It is a lot to go through.
You probably see why it's taken us, a year and a half so far.
Well,
Congrats. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
some of the
amazing.
stuff you showed today really blew me away too. I mean, I haven't seen some of the new updates, frankly, and it was like, oh, wait a minute. Now it's like it's doing things that others just don't do. Because there's a lot of bots out there, right? And like, what sets CloseBot apart? And it's someone posted granularity. It really seems like you can get really granular with your bot, which is even harder.
And you
to do
can
with
also keep it super simple.
yeah, right.
You can keep it super simple. The thing that really sets this apart is the ability to control the conversation. If you want to use a platform that it just operates on prompts, it is impossible for you to route to different calendars with a single bot, depending on what they say. You just can't do it.
Yep.
You would need something like this. So that's more of what we're here for. Extreme
Awesome.
control over the conversation.
I'm
Okay.
loving it.
Thanks
Again.
guys. Thank you so
Thanks
much
everyone for showing
showing.
up and staying. Have a great day.
Good to see your shining faces. Talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.